Steve?
Yeah, we're on the east side of the fire. We're on the back side of the fire. We're just west of US 17, and off towards my right is where the fire has been flaming up the most. We're on the back side of it again. That tree line where the smoke is, the dark smoke there, you can actually see some of the flames. That is the fire progressing to the west with the breeze, and then that tree line, that's right where I-95 is. So that's where really all of the smoke is going. We here on the back side are kind of just left in all of the brush and the debris that's been smoldering. Actually, I got to say this, moments before our live shot, just because of how hot the temperatures are, I heard crackling behind me, and just how things are smoldering, a few flames started sparking up. So we're actually on a gentleman's property who let us come back here, where he has been kind of building his own little fire lines back here, clearing out brush and debris, just because of how quickly things can spark up, like that little flame I showed you earlier just before. So again, even though most things are charred back here and burnt to a crisp, there is still plenty dry fuel readily available to burn. And when we talk about dry, flashy fuel, this is what we're talking about. Leftover twigs, leftover grass, leafy kind of material that is left on the ground. All that stuff with the weather we've been dealt with over the past couple days. I don't think it's rained since May 20th, and it's not going to rain likely until maybe not until next weekend. So again, a lot of dry conditions out here. It's not as smoky, where it is tremendously smoky as on I-95, where Crystal Bailey is.
Speaking of air quality, I know winds were a concern, but last night they started dying down.
Yeah, there's a much different scene today compared to yesterday. You couldn't even see in Crystal Bailey's live shots last night. The visibility was super, super poor. So there was a big difference in the way the winds set up things yesterday and then set up things today. So it is just a little bit hazy out there now. This is looking north from downtown. There are still the air quality, there are still the particles in the air, and they will be as long as the smoke is filtering into the air and the fire is burning. But what happened yesterday compared to today is a much different story, and it all is thanks to the wind. So let's pull up 95. The fire was on the east side of I-95, and the sea breeze moved from east to west, and as it did so, it essentially is like you're stoking a fire in a campfire. You're kind of poking it. It allowed the flames to really burn and really get the smoke going. The smoke turned dark, it flared up, and then it eventually moved across I-95 and really lowered the visibility. Today, the wind backed off a little bit, and as it did so, that allowed the smoke to rise more vertically and then help mix into the atmosphere and help improve the visibility. Now, that being said, as long as this fire is burning, there will still be some visibility issues, particularly around dusk and around dawn. So sunset and sunrise, there may be visibility lowered and down to about 1/4 of a mile just because of how much smoke is in there. It's up to about 600 acres. So as long as those flames are burning, there will be from time to time visibility issues.